Throughout the course of this show, as we roll through the couple of hours, we're just going to be joined by different guests like Derek Dorsett, who is with us right now, coming to us live and direct from the Chiller North, where the Blue Jackets development camp was taking place today. And of course, he is a big part of that. And Doris, not that you've been sitting and watching everything that's going on because you've been working today, but now that you're in a coaching, development, management type role with the Blue Jackets, how do you look at free agency now as a former player?
Oh, just it's interesting to see where guys are going to land and what our team's going to do, and see what teams get better, and see where your buddies, ex-teammates are going to land and where they're going to go. And so you look at it from a different perspective for sure. I never ever got a chance to become a free agent. I always signed before, but it's something that I maybe wish I would have experienced just once. But sometimes when you can get that ink on the paper as quick as possible, it can calm the nerves a lot.
Doris, you were ahead of your time. If you were out there right now, you'd be one of the first free agents picked up.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, Doris, how's the reaction there? You guys react just like all the fans when you see players go for different prices, or things surprise you at this moment?
No, I mean, I was just actually, I just got off the ice with some of the guys and just kind of herding them up all together to try and get back to the hotel and finish off this development camp. It's been a great week. And so I've heard some rumblings. I haven't really had a chance to sit down and look to see what's actually going on and what the prices are. But as a player, a former player, it's always good to see guys get, when you're a player and your contract was coming up, you always wanted to see guys get as much as they can, because that means your market's going up too. So, but obviously, exciting time for a lot of guys, that are free agents that are going to sign, and it's going to change someone's life for the good.
Hey, Doris, I want to ask you, you mentioned former teammates. You're young enough to still have a bunch of former teammates on a bunch of teams, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. It's and that's the thing. And playoff time rolls around, people are like, who are you cheering for? And it's hard to pick. You're cheering for your buddies, and you're seeing what they're going through, and what they're going through, the grind. And so you just kind of, if I got three good buddies on one team, I kind of lean there. If there's only one on the other, but you hope good for everyone, and you're happy for everyone. And it's why we all play. We all respect each other, and it's just a great game.
Blue Jackets have made some news, boys. They are right now announcing as we speak, they have signed their 2 first-round draft picks, Juracek and Matvechuk, agreeing to entry-level contracts. So they're signed up for 3 seasons, regardless of when they first step into the National Hockey League. What are your thoughts on their play?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You just spent the last couple of days with these guys on the ice. Tell us about them.
Awesome. They're just, the number one thing is they're just great people. They want to be hockey players. They're excited to be a part of the Blue Jackets. When we picked them and they came up to the suite with their families, you can tell they just, come from great families. And Juracek, his family is super excited, and had some fun at the draft, and he's just got that infectious personality. He's got a big smile. He's a good kid. Yeah, Matejchuk, fortunately I got to see him a lot this year because we have Martin Rice-Happy and Moose Jaw, and comes from a big family. He's got 4 siblings, hockey players and baseball players, and they're just good people, and they compete hard, and they've looked good. Obviously development camp, you don't really want to sit here and judge them on what's happened, but they showed what our scouts seen in them throughout the year, and it's exciting time for them. Coming to their first draft, getting drafted in the first round, and then their development camp, and then a couple of days later finish it off with some contracts by the sounds of what Rim's is saying.
Hey, Doris, is it true that Matejchuk actually played the bumper position at times on the power play?
I think he kind of played all over. They had Damon Hunt there in Moose Jaw, and but he sees the ice very well. In that scrimmage, you could see it. He moves laterally across the blue line really well, and he made some really good plays out there. And the one thing I really like about him is he's competitive. He cares. He's passionate. You can see it in the way that he plays. And I seen him play quite a bit, and he has that passion and character where he'll go after guys. if they're down, he tries to make a difference in every game he plays in. And so excited for both those guys. I think we've got two really, really good picks, and in two really important positions. So.
Hey, Doris, what'd you get out of development camp overall? I mean, I saw you and Bowler out there on the ice, lots of good energy with all the coaches. You enjoying that role?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I think, Nasher has done a great job planning it. There's a lot of things that, being on this side of it now, and, as a player going through a couple development camps, so you kind of just, I'm going to show up to the rink, but there is a lot that goes into it logistically, buses, food, and Nasher's done a really good job organizing it and directing it. And, I think the guys, Kenny, Bowler, Mac, and all the coaching staff, Yarko, and the goalies, and, I think they did a great job of, keeping the guys, competitive. That's one thing that we want to do. We wanted to make sure it was competitive, but, still working on that skill stuff, that skill side of things. And I think we accomplished that. The game was fun. Wasn't too lopsided in the score. So it was a great week. And, hopefully the kids learned some stuff in the gym, and, things that they need to work on. And we let them know that they have all the resources at their fingertips that they need to become, professional players, and we really care about them, and we'll do anything to help them succeed into being a professional. And that's what I like about my job too, right? It's, I get to sit on the side and kind of mentor, all these kids, and try and, lead them and guide them to live the same dream that I got to live, which is probably the best job in the world, to play in the National Hockey League.
Yeah. Doris, what are your thoughts of Marchenko and through development camp and a first look at him?
He's been awesome. His English is average, but he still tries to communicate. He has fun. He's always, he's a really good person. You can tell that he's an infectious person. People gravitate around him, and he's working out, trying to working on his English. And the thing that I like about him is he brings an energy. Out on the ice, he celebrates when he scores, and he's fist pumping his teammates, and so he's been a fun guy, pleasant guy to be around, and hopefully he can be a good player for us.
Doris, I love hearing you talk about the job that you have now, and about how important it is to you to be a mentor, because all those years in the American Hockey League and the National Hockey League, when I was watching you beat people up, I never thought about you being a mentor, but it is fun to watch you mature and grow into this, and be able to give the great knowledge that you have gotten in this game to these young kids.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, it's a job that I enjoy. I get to work with people that I know and people that I trust. And, like I said, I get to help kids try and live the dream that I lived. And, you said beating people up, but I was also getting beat up too. So
I left that part out. So,
but yeah, you don't win every fight. You win every fight you show up to.
Hey, I got another comment.
Yeah.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
Doris, it's you got to be tougher to get beat up. I know that. I'm part of that club too. We got beat up a lot. But hey, I just want to know now that, this team needs a Derek Dorsett. I hope you're slamming the table when you see these free agents out there, or maybe flipping it over in the office to say, let's go. We got to get this guy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, I think there's room in the game, and having that competitive. But I think it can be a team effort. But I think that's what I'm trying to teach some of these guys, competitiveness. You don't have to fight anymore. And people sometimes, when guys like me or you, Jody, talk about toughness and fighting, they always think that we're talking that you got to go out there, drop the gloves every other night.
Right.
That's not the case. But people got to know that if things get carried away, someone's going to stand up and stick up for your teammates. And,
right.
And I think that can be team toughness, and just knowing, like, half the fights I went into, I didn't think I was going to win. I was usually fighting out of my weight class, but I was willing to do it for my teammate and my buddy. And I think that's something that can be taught. And the thing with fighting too is you got to know when to do it.
Mm-hmm.
When's the right time? What's not the right time? And so I think that's because I think some guys are willing to, but power plays are so good now. You know, so you never want to put your team down. So sometimes guys maybe hesitate for a second or two when they know they should have maybe jumped that guy, and then it's like, oh, missed opportunity. But you know, just understanding that, and that's awareness, and that's something that, you know, Bowler, myself, and Jody, you're around, you know,
Yeah,
help guys with, right? So we, but I think, you know, I think we got that Olivier. He's a tough customer. I think he understands it. I also think he can play too. I've watched some of his clips, and you know, so I think we're looking forward to having him, and hopefully he can rub off on some of the guys.
Derek, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking some time for us right there live from development camp that is wrapping up at the Chiller North, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
thanks, Doris. See you, buddy.
Thanks, Doris.